The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. And by Mel's Barbershop, established 2019. Walk-ins welcome. Visit them 102 St. George Street in Richmond. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms.
Welcome back. We are joined by Madison Southern senior Nate Turner and his boat captain Dean Turner, and you guys just finished tied for fourth at the KHSAA Bass Fishing Championships on Saturday at the Kentucky Dam Lake, right? Yep,
that's correct.
And it was a very odd circumstance in the fact that he's out there by himself. Usually it's a two-person type thing, and every other boat in the competition had two competitors, but he had one, and quite amazing that he ended up finishing fourth place all by himself.
He did very well under the circumstances.
Yeah. Well, of course, when did you kind of know you were going to have to go solo, Nate?
After we fished the region, Logan kind of decided that he wasn't going to go, so I just figured I was going to go by myself.
Yeah. And any thought there of not doing it? Because you guys have been before, like pre-pandemic. You guys, 2019, I think, had gone to the state before.
Nah, I didn't care. I just wanted to go fish.
Yeah. I knew he was going to say that. When you're Logan's dad and
right.
The boat captain, so but you decided to make the kind of what is your role as the boat captain? I mean, obviously they're the ones fishing. You're just kind of leading the way, I guess.
So the rules of high school fishing is that the students are not allowed to run the combustion engine at all. Okay. So an adult has to run the boat, and I take them and they fish. So I observe and act like somewhat of a coach through the day. Yeah, it's just part of the rules.
Yeah. Okay, and this is Kentucky Dam Lake. You guys have been there before. I mean, how often do you fish that, and how familiar are you with that area?
That's only the second time I've ever fished there.
Okay.
Last time was the first time I'd fished there.
Okay. So how do you approach that? I mean, a bunch of boats head out, and you got to basically go out and kind of find a spot that you guys think is good, and so kind of how do you guys approach that?
It's a team effort. He and I talked. We fished different things, tried different areas, patterns, and finally got a little clue of what was going on. And we talked about it, and he decided he wanted to stick to that pattern, so we stuck to our guns, and it paid off.
Yeah. I mean, you're out there solo after the first day. I think you're in about 19th place or something. I mean,
16th.
16th. So kind of what was your thoughts after the first day there when you headed back to the hotel, I guess?
We was just sticking to our game plan, just keep doing what we was doing. Yeah. Just hoping for the best.
What areas were you kind of focused on there? Did you kind of pick out a certain area of the lake that you wanted to?
We was just fishing under docks. Every dock we could find, we was fishing under it.
Yeah. Okay. And is that his normal strategy, or is it just kind of?
It was a tough one, To dock fish, you've got to make very precise casts because you got a pole underneath the dock, so the bait has to land at a certain spot. So he did a very good job of making the connection to the bait, keeping focused all day. I mean, it was a tough way to do it, but he got it done.
Yeah. And the rules of this are you get a maximum of 5 a day.
Correct.
Right. So
yes.
So it's basically the weight that counts. So if you get more than 5, do you throw them back? It's the first 5, or kind of how does that work?
You call through the day, so you want to keep your largest 5 fish.
Okay.
So they're alive in your live well. Mm-hmm. So if you're lucky enough to catch the 6 fish, you throw your smallest with the first 5 away.
Yeah, because if you get to the end of the day and it's not alive, it doesn't count.
Correct.
So,
so you can weigh it in, but there's a penalty for it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So even though there was only one of you, you're still, a 5 in a day is, it's still difficult, but it's, not an insurmountable task, I guess, right?
It can get tough. I mean, you just have to fish.
Yeah. What were the conditions like out there? Was there any rain or anything over the weekend or anything?
No, it was just hot.
Extremely hot.
Where do you usually fish at around here?
I fish at Lake Cumberland a lot, and then I fish at Barron River a little bit, just wherever. Yeah. I fish at ponds. I just like fishing.
Anywhere there's a fish, you'll throw. Well, we mentioned it in the first part of the show, but this is, I do believe I added up the 6th straight year, or 6th straight season. Of course, we didn't have the 2020 season, but Southern has had somebody get to the the state championships in the bass fishing, and so it's been a program with a rich tradition. A couple of second place finishes, right? A couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Who was that team that finished second?
Blake Harold and Cameron Cochran.
Yeah. So it was a good program down there.
Very good program. Yeah. So this is my 9th year of high school fishing. My oldest son did 5 years from 8th grader on, and then 4 years with Logan minus the 2 of the pandemic. So. But they've got a great tradition going on, and hopefully it just keeps moving forward.
Yeah. Is it your boat? What's the boat?
It's my boat, yeah.
What kind of boat is it?
It's a Ranger, a 20-foot Ranger.
Okay.
So I do a lot of fishing myself, so I enjoy watching the kids catch fish.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Greg, I would talk about the weigh-in yesterday. Kind of what was going through your mind when you were kind of watching that all happen?
I was a little stressed out. Being Dean was shaking a little bit, like hoping we'd get a trophy or something, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, tied for 4th, though. That's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, what were your expectations flying solo on this?
I don't know.
You just didn't care. You just wanted to fish. You didn't care.
Well, he knew he was in the hunt. With the first day, with even in 16th place, the margin between 16th and 3rd place was at less than a pound through the whole field. So we knew if we could go out and have a good second day, and the teams above us had a little bit of a hiccup, we were back in the run, and that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was 21-12 over 2 days, and I mean, that's just 2 or 3 ounces away from the top. So, I mean,
yeah.
it's amazing how the margins are really small when it comes to fishing.
It is, and fishing is one of those things, you've got some control, but a lot of things out of your control.
Yeah.
We needed one good fish within those 2 days, and he just could not get that bite. Caught a lot of fish, but just needed that bigger fish.
Yeah.
And you can be around them, but you can't make them bite.
What was the biggest one you got?
I don't really know. It was probably like a little over 2.5 pounds, I guess.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. They were just all solid keeper fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there was a lot of teams that probably wish they had those solid keeper fish,
Well, anyone who's ever fished knows that it's just one of those things. You go out there, and some days they bite, some days they don't. And
Right.
It depends on where you go. Like you said, if you're under a dock or over by the rocks, or or anywhere like that. So, what do you got advice for anybody out there that might want to start fishing? We are right here at the cane pole, right? I got Kent's gear on here, so you're giving some free advertising to Kent and the cane pole over here. So
I don't know. I think high school fishing is really something good to get into. Some people, like, I play basketball, but some people just don't like sports like that, and that's a sport they can go out and anyone can fish if they want to.
Yeah. No, it's good. The KHSAA added it a few years ago, and it's been a lot of fun, and Madison Southern's had a lot of success at it. So
Yeah, and the high school fishing and college fishing. These kids have an opportunity now to go into college and fish throughout those years, and so there is scholarship money available for those that are interested in it. It's a good thing to get into if they're interested in it, for sure.
yeah. Well, Kent's not here, so I'll ask this. But what kind of lures and stuff were you using? I don't have any idea. We need Kent to come in here and what kind of setup were you using?
I was using a brush hog. You know what that is?
No idea. I'll be honest, I have no idea. See, we should have arranged this to have Ken in here.
I'm impressed that you brushed up on what you do know.
Should have demonstrated on your technique.
We can just go. We can go out to the lake right now and do it right now. Not too many bass over here at Lake Reba, though. So
It's just a large plastic creature style bait.
Kind of like a crawdad.
okay, does it kind of wiggle or move or
Yeah,
something like that? So they
wiggles
kind
a little bit.
so they kind of attracts their attention and goes onto there. So I had to ask. I don't really know. You don't know if you don't ask, folks. So here you go. All right. Well, do you fish much up here at Lake Reba at all, or?
I've never fished Lake Reba.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of for amateurs, right? You're above that.
No, I just never fished there.
There's a lot of bluegill and stuff up there, and
All right.
is it sunfish up there too? A lot of those.
Yeah, there's got a little bit of everything. It's fishing off the bank's a big thing up there, but there's a boat ramp if you're if you have a boat. So
Yeah.
this gets a lot of fishing pressure, of course.
Yeah. Well, you just got back, so when's the next time you're going fishing? Tomorrow, probably, or later today, maybe.
I don't know.
All right. Well, appreciate you guys coming in. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a very amazing accomplishment there to do all that solo. But hey, it's like Like I said, it's like, what's that old saying? A bad day fishing is better than a good day working.
Yep, or at school.
All right, or at school.
I would like to say thank you to Dwayne and Ricky Crest, the coaches at the school. They put in a lot of time and dedication to make the program a success, and they were there with us over the weekend, so big shout out to those guys.
Yeah, Dwayne's been coach for quite a while.
From day one.
Yeah, awesome.
He'll tell you he built it from the ground up.
He'll be the first to tell you. They've had a lot of success. He must say, obviously, he's a big part of that.
He is, for sure.
So, all right. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming in. And that'll wrap up this week's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show. We'll be back next Sunday with a brand new edition. And as always, the best place to keep up with Madison County sports is Richmond R Sports on Twitter or Register Sports on Facebook. So, see you next time.